Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Avakakodash, double honor to all the apostles, the great millstone who do well. Peace, love, and blessings to you, brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence, making call and election sure. And blessings to the very few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm thy fellow Kanakla, coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord's will, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, lessons that are fine and exhorting. All right, here it is, Sabbath day. All right. I would say, I guess, the morning of the Passover, if that makes sense. You know, it was blood moon last night around about 2:30. It lasted for about an hour, I think. You know, it was beautiful. You know, basically, you know, look, it as the Lord say, those lights in the heavens, you know, the lesser light to rule the night, and great light to rule the day. But there will be for times and seasons. When you think about time, you think about a clock. And last night, all right, that's exactly what I thought about. The way, you know, the moon aligned. All right, it was like a clock, and it aligned so perfectly. Okay, it aligned so perfectly. It reminded me of a clock, and hey, and this is, you know, this is the time, okay, that the Lord is finna bring down the system. All right, you got Trump and all his bullshit, man. The tariffs and stuff, and you know, I'm just let this video play. You know, and I wanted to focus on the guy at the end because I know a lot of I won't say a lot, but you know, I'm at my job. This one Edomite in particular, he voted for Trump and thought Trump was going to get the job done. And I told him, I guarantee he won't. All right? And before he got in office, before he started doing the shit he started doing, I told that devil that, hey, when you Americans going to realize that these presidents, they work for the elites, man. Okay? He said, nope, not this one. I said, let's shake on it. He shook my hand. And I'm telling you, here it is. About a month later, that devil see me. He ain't got nothing to say to me. All right? And at the end of the day, he's just telling you the truth, man. These devils don't... The 1%, as you see it, at 1%, you thought the brother say, hey, Esau, by the way, give credit to this brother, Arrows of Indignation. Post some very good videos that hey, this just so happened going to be one of my main sources of information now from this brother, because, you know, he's diligent and consistent with it. I don't know this brother's name, but you see it. Hey, Esau, you thought the 1% cared about you. A word of advice. Pick yourself by your bootstraps. And I believe that's, you know, basically telling you to prepare and get ready. All right? But let's see, man. Because I love to see the pride of the average American being brought down low, man. It's a beautiful thing. Because even though the elites are the ones, you know, at the top, the ones responsible and causing all the hell, well, these devils, these modern day devils, Joe Sixpacks as we call them, their pride, man, their pride, all right, is being brought down low. And that's a beautiful thing to see. So let's play this.
I'm going to say this at risk of my job, Kelly, but what President Trump is doing is insane. It is absolutely insane. It is about the 8th reason we've had for the tariffs, and now he's saying he's putting 50% tariffs on Canada unless they agree to become the 51st state. That is insane. There is just no other way of describing it. And the trouble, Kelly, is that it shows there are no bounds around President Trump. This is very different from the first administration, where there were people around him who seemed to, I don't know what the word is, but smooth over some of the edges now. And the other thing that's not talked about, Kelly, is what's going on within the administration in terms of how they're treating the Constitution and laws. I think all of that is bad for the attraction of capital. And the gentleman from Bridgewater is 100% right. We need massive amounts of capital if we want to fund our deficits, pay for the things we want to pay for, sell our bonds, and have high stock prices. And it seems as if this administration is doing everything it can to chase foreign capital away.
So let me tell you what's happening. White people have no idea, European Americans have no idea how to operate life in survival mode. And that's what's coming. Even those of us, I have a huge ass trauma timeline, and I still experience that with my privilege in place. I got a lot of survival skills, very resourceful, but still, I have privilege. So what's going to happen?
And and see, hey, maybe he a Jake, I don't know, but he appears to be an Edomite, but he's speaking truth. He realizes, based on the color of his skin, his so-called pale skin, which are really red, all right, he realized that based off of that, he has privileges, okay? So, hey, he's speaking truth, man. Either he Edomite or not.
What's going to happen when they cut your Medicaid? What's going to happen when they cut your Medicare as a white person? What's going to happen when they gut special education services for your white kids at school? What's going to happen when they gut mental health services for your white kids at school? What's going to happen when groceries become way too expensive to buy? What's going to happen? We don't know how to survive that shit. And we are so individualistic that we don't have community to fall back on either. And so many white people right now have no idea what's coming. We are about to be in a place where we have to figure out how to survive. And a lot of other communities that aren't white are saying good luck.
Exactly. Because of so-called white privilege, these devils, once again, a title, you thought the 1% cared about you. You're about to be in a position where you're going to have to survive. Okay? And what he said, all the other communities that aren't white, the ones starting with the, first and foremost, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because all the other heathen nations, the one I'm thinking of in particular, the Elam, the East Indians, right? They're just, I've seen East Indians black as hell, man. All right? But they're not called black people. Well, I've seen East Indians black as hell. Okay? Go show you the racism and the hatred they have towards the so-called Negroes. All right? Specifically. But according to the data, statistics, the East Indians are they bring, as far as annual household income, they're the highest. Okay, as far as once again, annual household income. Okay, and let's not get on the Asians. All them, all these people, they come over here and prosper. All right, so the community that's really telling you devils, good luck, is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the ones that's been catching hell and that's been at the bottom this whole time. Now you're gonna see, okay, Jake going to fucking bed eating noodles and slices of bread and water, all right, for dinner. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich all fucking day, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, man. Okay, we know how that is. Eating cheap-ass food all the fucking time just to try to make it. Sometimes even skipping meals just to pay the bills. That's the term Jake says. Skipping meals to pay the bills. Okay? Drinking out of goddamn tap water, faucet water. Refilling jugs up through the tap water, man. All right? Having your windows open, running fans because you don't want to run the central AC unit because it costs too much for the power bill. Coming home with your fucking lights off because your parents couldn't afford to fucking pay the light bill. All right? Free lunch. Everything you can think of, man. Catching the bus. Walking in a hot-ass sun. All right? Just completely not having nothing. All right? So good luck to you devils, man.
Because we did this to ourselves. 3 out of 5 white men wanted Trump. 1 out of 2 white women wanted Trump.
And it don't matter who you voted for, you still is going to get the same medicine prescribed to you. Okay? Because this is the elites up at the top. They have an agenda.
And Trump and Musk are destroying everything. Because y'all thought they'd protect your whiteness. Or you thought a billionaire gave a fuck about you.
And that's the point. And I kept playing that because you thought a billionaire gave a fuck about you. Right? You thought a billionaire gave a fuck
White
about
men
you.
wanted Trump. 1 out of 2 white women wanted Trump. And Trump and Musk are destroying everything. Because y'all thought they'd protect your whiteness. Or you thought a billionaire gave a fuck about you.
Exactly.
And it's falling apart. That is what's happening right now. And it's about to get real bad.
Exactly. Conditions that we're used to. All right. When you go into their communities, their little fucking gated communities and shit, you know, you see bicycles. You know, I work in the residential areas. All right. I'm a residential driver. So I see bicycles just laid out on the lawn, right? Because nobody gonna fucking steal them. You lay your bike out in the neighborhoods that we live in, right? Your bike's gone in 2 seconds. But they can do that in those neighborhoods. They ain't worrying about nobody breaking into the house. They're not worrying about bullets and people breaking into your cars late night. Okay? So you ain't built for that. And then majority of the people, they still don't see what's coming. I say majority. They don't see what's coming. So when it comes, it's gonna catch them unaware. Okay? So let's get some precepts. Isaiah 19, verse 1. All right, remember we just came throughout the Passover too. The deliverance from ancient Egypt, but the Lord's finna bring the plagues on this modern Egypt. It's Isaiah 19, verse 1. It says, the burden of Egypt. All right, so it's a burden to you Americans. That's why you think the prophets are out there. To tell you about the miseries and the woes is getting ready to grab hold to you, man. It's the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and that's the chariot. They call UFO. I like to say a spaceship, okay? And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of the Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, okay? Because there's the idols, the false gods, okay? The true power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, is going to come and invade this place and utterly destroy, all right, America. Laser beams, nuclear missiles, all this going to be bring forth the destruction of this place. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and that's really what's going to happen. Okay, Civil War. This is all this is going to do, as a quality of life for your average white American begins to drastically decrease. To, as he say, you can't afford nothing. Okay, and then reality hits you, and you in survival mode. You ain't never been in this situation before, right? You used to everything just going smooth and working well for you. All right, while Jake Carr breaking down, you know, car running hot, he hot as a bitch, you know, and you just riding around in your luxurious AC powered vehicle, not a care in the world. All right, shopping at your Whole Foods, eating clean and good food. You know, all that's finna be done away with. I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail. All right, and I like verse 3, how, you know, it breaks it down. The Egyptians will lose heart. Exactly. So that spirit of proud to be an American, stability, you know, future, the future looking bright and everything's going well and good. All right, and hope and still that proud to be an American, it said the Egyptians will lose heart. Okay? So that spirit of Egypt going to fail. The land of opportunity, oh, how I love America, all that shit's going to fail. That spirit is going to fail when the Most High brings forth the destruction and break this place down. And by the hand of your own people, your 1% elites up at the top. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And that's ultimately, like back in ancient Egypt, the magicians, they had the magicians and their witchcraft and the spirits and these idols and these demons basically that they worship. And that, once again, is spiritual. That's what gave Egypt that inspiration, right? That vibe, that spirit to prosper. But the Lord's taking that spirit away. Okay? And the Egyptians will give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. And we believe that to be Donald Trump, that cruel Lord. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of hosts, the heaven's armies. Okay? I wanted to get one precept, because their pride. All right. Of course, let's see if I can get it, though, in a Apocrypha. Second Esdras, of course. Yep. Call Allah Yahweh Shin Shai. Second Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And that's what's knocking at the door, man. Okay? We just sitting back waiting for the Lord to do his thing. Okay? It says, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. Same prophecy. Okay? That the prophet, what were we just reading? We're reading Isaiah, yeah. The brother Isaiah saw. It says, and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. All right, uproars, uprising. Okay, rebellion. And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Now, these are ancient terms for rulers. Now, today, we consider kings or princes, presidents, mayors, all right, vice presidents, okay, the people that make the laws and put forth, basically, the people that are in authority, okay, the authoritative figures, all right, that control society and make the rules, so to say. But it says they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Okay, why? Because they no longer trust the government body. It says, in the course of their action shall stand in their power. All right, so they not gonna listen. It's gonna be lawless. That's why martial law is gonna come. Right, and clean things up, put people in concentration camps, put people to death. All right, this is, man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Martial law. The city's being quarantined. All right, let's see what happens with this the measles thing. All right, because after 2020, our Passover, that the pandemic kicked off. Okay, and this is the point I wanted to get on. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. You proud ass average Joe Americans, your city's gonna be troubled because of your pride. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Now, when you go into this, man, this is a man that sees the future, all right, as what appears to be a so-called white man. And you see the look in his eyes. You see the spirit that's on him. Things are about to get bad, as he said. Yeah. Yeah. You people are going to get mowed down, all right? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay?
And it's falling apart. That is what's happening right now. And it's about to get real bad.
So call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, double unsettled apostles that do rule well and that taught us his truth. Peace and love to the elect. Shalom.